ahorita la traigo.
Puse tapones porque sabe.
Call to order, please. Can I get a roll call?
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Present.
Councilmember Africa Luna Carrasco,
Present.
Councilmember Jose Ponce,
Present.
Councilmember Matias Rosales,
Present.
Councilmember Gloria Torres,
Present.
Vice Mayor Mario Buchanan Junior,
Present.
Mayor Gerardo Sanchez.
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Can we all stand for the pledge of allegiance? Councilman Ponce, would you lead us to pledge allegiance? Please?
Thank you, Mayor. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for, again, your goodness and your graciousness to each one of us. Father, we thank you for all of those that are in attendance tonight. We pray that you would continue to bless them and bless our community as we continue to serve. We pray that you would just allow us clear mind to do what we need to do. But we also thank you for all of the many blessings that we have and the reports of the port expansion going through and the funds that are going to be coming in and the projects that we have going on, because we know that our city is growing so fast. We just pray that you would give us wisdom now to stay up with that. Sometimes it can be daunting and tiring, but yet, Father, I pray that you would give us strength tonight to make those decisions. We ask it in your name. Amen.
Please sit down. We're going to go ahead and go with the proclamations. Proclamation 4A, PEP Income's 55th anniversary. Sonia?
Whereas Portable Practical Education Preparation, PEP, was founded in 1967 by Dr. John David Arnold with a mission to improve the quality of life in rural and undeserved Arizona, Sonora, and other regions with large populations of farm workers. And whereas PEP has been steadfast in its service to the rural poor, the disenfranchised, the developmentally disabled, the migrant population, at-risk youth, as well as seasonal farm workers and their families. And whereas PEP outreach efforts to provide training began by touring on a converted 1957 Chevrolet school bus named La Tortuga, the Tortoise, which was driven all over southern Arizona, taking PEP's resources to cotton and vegetable fields, providing education to African Americans, Mexicans, and their families. And whereas the new public charter Cesar Chavez PEP Tech High School campus will be completed next school year, offering education to students at no cost to their families. And whereas PEP's Youth Build program has constructed dozens of homes for farm workers with farm worker youth, has assisted in the creation of PEP Park, several community services projects, while their housing rehab program takes dilapidated housing, repairs them, and puts them into the affordable housing market. And whereas its national farm workers job programs funded by U.S. Department of Labor has provided training and support services to the region's migrant and seasonal farm workers since 1980, and its microloan program provides loans and technical assistance to dozens of farm worker families to create and support their own businesses. And whereas over the past 55 years, PEP has touched the lives of over 5.5 million people, established 60 field offices operating with 22 group homes and day treatment centers, serving over 200 developmentally disabled adults, and has created 7 public charter high school campuses throughout Arizona, with over 4,000 graduated students in the past 18 years. And whereas August 23rd is PEP Inc.'s anniversary. Now therefore be it resolved that Gerardo Sanchez, Mayor of the City of San Luis, does hereby proclaim PEP Inc.'s 55th anniversary, celebrating and recognizing the support PEP has provided to farm workers, low-income families, migrants, and the rural poor by giving them hope and providing them with opportunities and resources to improve their quality of life. Dated this 27th day of October, 2022.
Thank you, Sonia. I would just like to congratulate Pep and Company for 55 years of service. It's amazing the work you do throughout Arizona, not just San Luis, Arizona, but also Somerton, Yuma area, Yuma County, Pima County, and basically throughout Arizona. It's amazing how they've impacted over 5 million individuals. So congratulations, PEP. 55 years it's quite an accomplishment. So thank you. Item number 4B, Extra Mile Day, November 1st, 2022. Sonia.
Whereas San Luis, Arizona is a community which acknowledges that a special vibrancy exists within the entire community when its individual citizens collectively go the extra mile in personal effort, volunteerism, and service. And whereas San Luis, Arizona is a community which encourages its citizens to maximize their personal contribution to the community by giving of themselves wholeheartedly and with total effort, commitment, and conviction to their individual ambitions, family, friends, and community. And whereas San Luis, Arizona is a community which chooses to shine a light and celebrate individuals and organizations within its community who go the extra mile in order to make a difference and lift up fellow members of their community. And whereas San Luis, Arizona acknowledges the mission of Extra Mile America to create 550 extra mile cities in America, and it's proud to support Extra Mile Day on November 1st, 2022. Now therefore be it resolved that Gerardo Sanchez, Mayor of the City of San Luis, Arizona, does hereby proclaim November 1st, 2022 as Extra Mile Day. He urges each individual in the community to take time on this day to not only go the extra mile in his or her own life, but to also acknowledge all those who are inspirational in their efforts and commitment to make their organizations, families, community, country, or world a better place. Dated this 27th day of October, 2022.
Thank you, Sonia. We're going to go with item number 4C, Alzheimer's and Caregiver Awareness Month, November 2022.
Whereas the City of San Luis recognizes the importance of Alzheimer's and related dementia care. And whereas Alzheimer's and related dementia have a significant impact on the health and well-being of our residents. And whereas more than 150,000 Arizonans live with Alzheimer's, which is the fourth leading cause of death in the state. And whereas more than 257,000 Arizonans provide 501 million hours in unpaid care to their loved ones living with dementia. And whereas Arizonans are actively engaged in educating about the disease, advocating for a proper continuum of care, and improving the training and care of patients with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia. And whereas the City of San Luis supports an Arizona without Alzheimer's, addressing the public health crisis. Now therefore be it resolved that Gerardo Sanchez, Mayor of the City of San Luis, Arizona, does hereby proclaim November 2022 as Alzheimer's and Caregiver Awareness Month in this community and encourages all our residents to learn about Alzheimer's related dementias and patient care, dated this 27th day of October 2022.
Thank you, Sonia. Alzheimer's is something that it's something that affects our community. It's among us. And I would like to personally thank the caregivers who dedicate so much time and effort to take care of someone with Alzheimer's. It is a devastating disease. It is a disease that affects everyone eventually. So I commend the caregivers. You give up so much time, your health, to take care of those who have Alzheimer's. So thank you for the hard work. And for those who have lost someone for Alzheimer's, it's devastating and it's very painful to see someone you love suddenly doesn't recognize you, know who you are, and it really impacts the whole family. So it's among us, we can't ignore that. So let's try to help each other. One thing that I do ask, if you see someone, a caregiver, who cares for someone with Alzheimer's, dedicate some time, volunteer some time with them, because they need a break also. It's among us, guys. It really is. So we need to take care of ourselves. Thank you. Item number 4D, the National Diabetes Month, November 2022.
Whereas over the last 20 years in the United States, there has been a significant rise in the number of adults diagnosed with diabetes, a chronic condition that can lead to a serious disease with potentially life-threatening complications such as heart disease, stroke, blindness, kidney disease, and amputation. And whereas an additional 86 million people in the United States are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And whereas over the last year and a half, people living with diabetes have faced heightened risks to their health as their illness makes them more vulnerable to the worst effects of COVID-19. And whereas recent estimates project that as many as 1 in 3 American adults will have diabetes in 2050, if current trends continue. And whereas an increase in community awareness is necessary to put a stop to the diabetes epidemic. Now therefore be it resolved that Gerardo Sanchez, Mayor of the City of San Luis, does hereby proclaim November 2022 as National Diabetes Month and calls upon all citizens, school systems, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, healthcare providers, research institutions, and other interested groups to join in activities that raise diabetes awareness and help prevent, treat, and manage this disease. Dated this 27th day of October 2022.
Thank you, Sonia. I just want to say that along with diabetes, you have hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Diabetes is among us, and the thing is, we can do something about it. For those who have children who are overweight, for example, have them start earlier, because what I'm seeing is younger patients diagnosed with diabetes, 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 30-year-olds with diabetes at a very young age. So it's very important. There's medications out there. There's a medication, but the thing is, why go that route? Let's modify our diets. Let's exercise. Let's do something about it as a community, because we do have a lot of patients who are diabetics, and we can do something about it. So thank you, Sonia. We're going to go ahead with the consent agenda. All matters are considered routine by the City Council, being acted for one motion. If discussion desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Minutes of work session held October 5th, 2022. Special council meeting held October 11th, 2022. Disbursements from October 4th, 2022 to October 17th, 2022. Total disbursement is $1,011,768.31. I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Item number 6A, public hearing followed by discussion on an action in all matters regarding the recommendation of liquor license application submitted to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control by Nieves Garcia Rydell on behalf of Felipe Gas Station and Mini Mart located at 155 North Avenue E, San Luis, Arizona. I will now entertain a motion to open public hearing. So move.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Staff?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. This application was received in my office and it was posted at the proposed premise to sell alcohol. My office did not receive any calls in favor of or against the application. Therefore, staff recommends approval of the liquor license application. The applicant is here if you wish to have any questions answered. Thank you.
Any questions on council, concerns of council? Any questions or concerns from the public? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close public hearing. So move.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. I'll now entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to recommend approval of liquor license application to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control for Calibre Gas Station and Mini Mart as presented. Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 6B, discussion and possible action on all matters regarding the purchase of a new pure flow iron and manganese filtration system unit for well site number 5. Mr. Eloy Vera, Director of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. I'll bring this item here before you tonight to seek approval to purchase a pure flow filtration system. we've seen the growth the city's seeing, so this is in the efforts to be able to sustain the level of service for our current growth. We currently have 7 well sites. One of them doesn't actually have a well, which is well site number 5. This filtration system would complete the full site. We currently have booster pumps at that location. We currently have a storage tank. We're missing the manganese treatment unit. So with this, we would be able to better serve the city. This purchase would be, our staff is recommending a sole source purchase for PureFlow. That's the system that we purchased for well site 7. Since then, we have retrofitted one other system, and we are ready to retrofit another one with a PureFlow system. We had a different type or different manufacturer filtration system before that, but PureFlow is superior in quality, customer service, and also technical support. So that's why staff is recommending that. And that helps us as far as keeping spare parts. And, it's able to, it's a lot easier for operators to manage if we have the same type of filtration system.
Mr. Vera, this is a budgeted item?
It is a budget item. It's part of our CIPs.
Mhm.
The amount's 1.1 million. And again, this is for the purchase of the system. The intent is to the city to purchase it. And then we will be eventually contracting out for the installation. But we wanted to get ahead of the game so that we have it ready when we're ready with a design and have the contractor on board. It's a 16 to 18 week lead time
yeah.
to get the filtration system.
Okay.
So we wanted to try and get ahead of the game as much as possible so we can put it in or work on it during this fiscal year.
Good, thank you. I have no questions. Does anyone in council has any questions or concerns?
Just for the public, can you, which one is well site number 7, location wise?
So well site 5, that's our current public works yard. This will replace well site 1 and 2 once it's completed, which well site 1 is here on B and 2nd Avenue. And then well site 2 is on it's on Cesar Chavez Boulevard and 4th Avenue. So those 2 are the oldest well sites. This one will take care or replace those and actually will maintain pressure pretty much in the west part of town. I know we've talked about in the past of doing a new well site towards the east part of town. But we found out during analysis that we can benefit on the area more with some on-site improvements versus a whole new well site. So this is first priority as far as improvements goes to our water system.
So with this one, we'll be able to, is this the one with this, we'll be eliminating the one on Cesar Chavez and 4th intersection?
Yes.
Okay.
As well as the one on B and 2nd.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Vera. Any more questions or concerns from council? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of the PureFlow filtration system model number C-2400 HD in the amount of $1,108,715 and to waive formal purchasing procedures for the reasons presented.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Vera. Item number 6C, discussion of possible action on all matters regarding the selection of a vendor who will complete the rough grinding of the East San Luis Community Park parking lot. Zondan.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As everybody know, we're already in construction of our East Community Park. Our East Community Park will be a park that all residents will enjoy and will make memories. We want to make sure our park can be accessed from various areas. It will consist of 3 parking lots, north, south, and west. We requested quotes for the grading of the 3 parking areas. We received quotes from Evans Custom Concrete for $52,130.04. CEMEX Construction for $106,750 with 39 cents. DP Construction for $130,000, and GCE for $150,000. We have been in communication with James Davy and Associates, who are overlooking this project. We are requesting that City Council waive the formal bidding procedures and award Evans Custom Concrete with this project, since the vendor provided the lowest quote of $52,130.04. So obviously, this is something that we want to do is right now with the Shane supply issue that we have, we want to prevent any delays on this project.
Exactly. Any questions from council concerns?
I'm not complaining, but did the engineer review the bids and make sure they're apples to apples?
Yes,
That's a big difference.
they did. That's
Okay.
a deal.
Staff, public, anyone else? No? All right.
And council member, we did review it with Evans and it is helping us a lot. And that was the price they were willing to go and all the bids were equal in the amount of work that was going to be put into it.
I just want to make sure there's no typo, and then we come back and say.
No, no,
No,
2 years later.
it is.
All right. Sounds like a plan. I appreciate the partnership with them.
Thank you. If there's any concerns or questions from council, I want to see a motion.
Mayor, I move to contract with Evans Custom Concrete in the amount of $52,130 with 4 cents for rough grading of the East San Luis Community Park parking lots and waive former purchasing procedures for the reasons presented by staff.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Thank you.
thank you.
Mr. Solante. Item number 60, discussion possible action on matters regarding revised resolution number 2234, resolution of the mayor, city council of the City of Arizona, approving and ratifying the memorandum of understanding to confirm to the city's council's October 19th revisions concerning MOY Farming and Company LLC proposed lot split of a parcel bounded by Avenue D, County 24th and a half Street, Avenue D, and County 25th Street. Fernando Villegas, Principal Planner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. This is the revised memorandum of understanding that was approved back on October 19. The requested changes have been done by our attorney, and staff is seeking your approval.
Does council have any questions or concerns? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve and adopt and ratify revised solution number 2234.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Item number 6E, discussion and possible action on matters regarding resolution number 2235, a resolution of the mayor and city council of the City of Arizona amending section HR-4-03A of the city of San Luis personnel policies relating to holidays, renaming the last Monday in October COVID-19 pandemic Remembrance Day. Mr. Galaviz.
Yes, good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. We just wanted to bring this up to all of you to reconsidering renaming it. Of course, we all know that we lost our chief operator, Miguel Gonzalez. But we also lost one of our firefighters, Robert Fernandez. And I think it'd be something that we could do to recognize both of them during what was unfortunate pandemic that we went through. So we'd like to rename the date to honor both of them.
Any questions, concerns from council? If not, I would entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve and adopt resolution number 2235.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Perfect. This is call to the public. This is the time for the public to comment. Members of city council may not discuss items that are not specifically identified on the agenda, therefore present to ARS 38-431.01H. Action taken as a result, the public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter, respond to any criticism, and scheduling the matter for further consideration and discussion at a later date. Do we have any
Yes, Mayor, we have three. The first one is Yadira Valdez.
Muy buenas tardes,
Buenas tardes.
noches a todos. Mi nombre es Yadira Valdés y venimos pues representando a un grupo de padres de familia. Antes que nada, no es tanto es una queja, sino una petición de apoyo para nuestros hijos, con el respecto de que pues ellos juegan béisbol y nunca tenemos disponibilidad para campos para que ellos jueguen, ya que alrededor de ellos tienen la edad de 13, 14, 15 años y esa categoría pues prácticamente no la tienen olvidada. Entonces, uno como padre le preocupa la actividad de nuestros hijos, que no anden en las calles, que no anden de vagos. Muchos de nosotros trabajamos tarde o algo. Entonces, lo que queremos es que estén ocupados en algo y pues más, qué mejor que un deporte. Entonces, pues siempre que vamos a pedir un campo, está ocupado. Hay juegos que les dan prioridad a otras personas, el cual pues no se nos hace justo porque pues somos residentes de aquí de San Luis, vivimos aquí en San Luis. Tenemos que buscar mejor ir hacia San Luis, México, a llevar a nuestros hijos. Ahorita la temporada de trabajo del campo, los horarios de la salida, las filas y eso, a veces que se nos impide llevarlos cuando no se nos hace justo que en nuestra ciudad tengamos campos para ellos y que no nos permitan usarlos. Los usan niños que están entrenando fútbol americano cuando el campo es de béisbol y que nuestros hijos juegan béisbol y no nos permitan usarlo. Entonces, más que nada no es tanto una queja, sino es un apoyo que pedimos hacia nosotros, que nos ayuden para que nos faciliten, o sea, pues no sé, no dejamos toda la semana, un día, 2 días a la semana que nos permitan usarlo, que ellos tengan apoyo de ustedes, ya que pues ellos estudian aquí, viven aquí, ellos van creciendo, no queremos que estén pues ni fuera de casa, ni tampoco estén pegados tanto en aparato electrónico, juegos, no les beneficia nada. Más que nada eso pedimos, apoyo, que nos apoyen como padres.
Ok, gracias.
Señora,
Gracias.
¿qué edad son los niños?
Mande,
¿Qué edad son los niños?
son de 13, 14, 15 años, la categoría.
Es una edad muy importante
Sí.
tomar en cuenta eso porque los niños están en una edad bien difícil y es importante mantenerlos ocupados, realmente sí.
La voy a dirigir con la directora de parques para ver qué podemos hacer. ¿Ok?
Ok,
Gracias.
muchas gracias por su atención, muy buenas noches.
Gracias. Buenas noches.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Ernesto Prieto.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. For me, it's really tough, 3 minutes, but just want to take the time to thank you for supporting the twins. A lot of people don't know who the twins Samanos are. Everyone knows who Anthony Clark is. Both of these young gentlemen practice at 5:30 in the morning. They're considered, Fidel right now is considered the champion American Boxing Federation at 140 pounds. They're both twins. One thing interesting about them, one's right-handed, the other one's a left-handed. Both of them are ranked. One's ranked number 41 in Mexico, the other one's ranked 86 in Mexico. They're both in the top 500s in the United States, over 2,000 boxers in their weight class. And they both came out of San Luis, Arizona. It's a dream that started maybe about 21 years ago. And thank God, dreams do come true. First of all, I wish to present you with the gift, Mayor.
Mayor, if you can step down.
Why didn't it? They're both autographed. I guarantee you within 2 years, either both of them or one of them will be a champion of the world. Guaranteed. Save and Mayor, they will be worth a lot, maybe in 2 years. Mark my word.
Wait a
they
minute,
will.
are they signed?
They're signed. And
Oh,
this is his help. I wish to thank everyone for supporting us. We fight again November 19th. If anyone's interested, they're on Instagram or Facebook if you wish to follow. I guarantee you within less than hopefully 2 years, either one of them or both of them will be champions of the world. Mark my word. I know Senor Ponce loves the boxing. So I hope to see you guys there November 19th. And if not, we start again next year. Once again, thank you. Save them. They will be worth a lot real soon. Gracias. Thank you.
Maria Cruz.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. Thank you for this opportunity. I just wanted to come by and mention that we are very appreciative of the civic contribution for Proverbs 31 Home and South Yuma County Domestic Violence Coalition. We had an event, and it was the father-daughter dinner dance, and the purpose of that event is to strengthen the relationship between the father and the daughter. As you know, that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and that was the vision, is to strengthen the family relationships. Sometimes parents are working hard and the father-daughter relationship seems to be a little distant. So we had this in mind to make sure that the daughters knew that they were loved. One of the most memorable moment was when I saw one of the little girls looking up at her father while they were dancing. You can see the love in her eyes. So those are the memories that we love for our children here in San Luis to have. So I thank you so very much. So I would like to present you with the certificate, Mayor. You would mind coming down and receiving it?
Sonia, anyone else?
That is all, Mayor.
Okay, we're gonna go with summary of current events of mayor, city council members, and city manager, pursuant to ARS 38-431.02K. Just yesterday, actually today and yesterday, we were humbled and we actually had both the State Department and their counterparts in Mexico, from Mexico. We had very important people here in the city of San Luis to discuss issues in regards to border infrastructure, investment in all three ports in the state of Arizona, ports in California. And so one of the highest, I guess, one of the biggest highlight was the port of entry one in San Luis, Arizona, the impact it's going to have. So it was really good to see our counterparts from Mexico and the State Department. State and local ADOT director was here, and it was very productive. We will find out what's the final tally, but we needed Mexico to respond to several questions, and I think they did a day early. So it looks good. It looks very good. We're going to get cooperation. We had a 3-star general visit us from Mexico, and he's one of the highest generals in the military, and he was here in the city of San Luis. So it was good turnout, and thank you, council members, who attended, and it was really a very productive meeting. Anyone else?
Yes, Mayor, I wanted to mention to council and the people here present, we attended the Off-Road Expo. Matias Rosales and Jose Ponce were there. They joined us, and it was a good event. You know, it's a good turnout like every year. So thank you to Comitavi and Estar and the city of San Luis for helping out.
Perfect. Anyone else? If not, I will not entertain a motion to go to executive session, present to ARS 38-431.03, subsection 1, 2, and 3. There's a motion, there's a second. All is in favor?
Aye.
All is against? Motion carries. Thank you so much, staff. If you want to wait, but we're gonna be there for,
I'd like to present this to Mr. Luis Galaviz. Can we do right now before we go into the session?
we can do it right now. Mhm. See? It's okay, Mr. Galaviz. It's okay.
What did I do? He said.
You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong.
On behalf of the city council, San Luis, let me read this. Okay, certificate of appreciation presented to Alejandro Luis Galaviz. For all the hard work you have contributed to the city of San Luis for over 6 years as Parks and Recreation Director, as an active city manager. I think that, I mean, I don't need to go through the whole thing. I mean, that tells everything about you. You've been doing a wonderful and a great job for our community. So I thank you, and I'm pretty sure that they will thank you too. So please, I'd like to take a picture. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
If I may, Mayor, I just want to thank the mayor and council for the experience. San Luis, when I came to San Luis here 6 years ago, was coming from a smaller city. I really did learn a lot, and I appreciate that. I want to thank all the department directors, the managers, supervisors, and staff. I believe this last year, I appreciate all their hard work and working with me to get a lot of the projects moving forward. Well, continue to move forward because they've been going on for, you know, all the hard work. And so, and again, to Mr. Velez, appreciate his input. So thank you very much. And you know, when you know, we know the mayor's from Somerton and I'm from Somerton, but I always ask him what he saw in San Luis. And so now I know, It's a great community, a lot of things happening and it's a great city and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
To put you on the spot, Mr. Galleries. You're leaving us to where?
I'm going back home to Somerset.
Okay, and you're gonna be what there?
I'll be the new city manager.
Exactly. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So we took a vote, guys. Let's go. Okay, thank you.
Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
¿Listo? Motion to go regular council meeting.
So move, Mayor.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. I want to see that motion.
Mayor, I make a motion to appoint Ralph Velez as interim city manager and direct city attorney to
Negotiate
negotiate and
effective
effective
immediately.
now.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion carries. Have a good night. Thank you.
Sí, él dijo que sí.